Well, hi, Aquarius. Welcome to Universal Guidance. This is your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of this reading. Let's do one more shuffle for Aquarius, please. What can Aquarius expect? You have a heavy burden you're going to let go here. Something that weighs heavy on you. Okay. The overall energy is that of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is the weight, the burden of something heavy weighing on your shoulders here. There's no end. This is the end. You're going to have to drop those wands or start dropping them. So this is your overall energy of this reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Page of Swords. You're on guard. You're very much aware of this burden that you've been carrying. Your sword is up here, and you're ready to protect yourself. It's like you don't want this energy anymore. It's almost like you just finally picked up the sword. Now you're holding it up, and you're very much aware of what's going on. Okay, so you're on guard, and it's right next to the Five of Pentacles. Lonely, feeling ghosted, or feeling abandoned, or rejected, left out in the cold. This is a very spiritual card. These are church windows. You can come in from the cold, and you are going to, because it's right next to the Six of Swords. Not an easy task. It's getting all your truth, getting all your clarity about this situation of this burden. So you're moving forward, not a speedboat, but you're doing it. This is rocky waters, so you're moving away from rocky waters towards a smoother, calmer, more peaceful place in your life with lots of truth and clarity. All because you're becoming aware of your circumstances or energies around you. Under the Page of Swords, you're on guard about, too, is you've been blocking seeing whatever this is. You become aware that you haven't been dealing with this burden. And it's because you didn't want to have to deal with it with your heart. Your arms are across the heart. Your swords of truth and clarity are up. But it's more like on guard, like guarding your heart, not wanting to deal with it. Now you are. Now you are dealing with it. And it's right next to the Ten of Wands, which you will be dropping. And you are dropping because you're going to be moving forward. I think you're dropping them one by one because this energy here of the Six of Swords is pretty slow. You know, the boat's being pushed by a pole. There's no motor on it. So it's like day by day, you're moving closer and closer and closer to a more calmer and peaceful place in your life. And under the Six of Swords is the Four of Swords. Boy, this came with meditation. This came with prayer, or just like soul searching and going deep inside in your quiet moments and reaching out to the universe, seeking guidance. It's all about healing. You're healing over this weight. You're healing over that Five of Pentacles energy. So it's very spiritual, and so you're healing. You're healing, and as you're doing that, and you're in your quiet times and soul searching, you're getting a lot of these swords, this truth, this clarity, and you're taking them with you on that boat. So under the Two of Swords over here, I have the Nine of Swords. No matter how hard you try not to deal with it, this is how you would find yourself up in your head about whatever situation this is that's caused this heavy burden for you. Up in your head, thoughts. Look at that. And, it's about truth. It's about clarity. You're not wanting to deal with it, but you ended up having to deal with it because you just couldn't take this energy any longer. Now, what happens is when you finally, put these wands down, when you drop these wands, you're entering this new life cycle. And so that's where you're headed right here. When you're moving forward here, you're headed right towards a new life cycle. This is the World card. Big world out there. So this is where this Nine of Swords is taking you. because you finally deal with it. You finally pick up a sword, you take off your blindfold, you're on guard, you're very much aware of what's going on, and you're moving forward from it. And it wasn't an easy decision. This came through a lot of soul searching. So next to the World card is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is under the Four of Swords. So it has to do with not being, like, you weren't grounded, you weren't stable, you weren't secure. You needed to move forward because you're trying to find this pentacle. You want somebody in your life, and whether you have somebody or not in your life, you want to be grounded. You want to be stable and secure in your life. And that's where you're headed. You're finding the courage, you're finding the strength and the energy in order to face this burden and take it on. Let's take out the second part of this reading. For Aquarius, please, universe. Do that shuffle over again. One more. Aquarius. A new beginning. Heading right toward it. The swords of truth and clarity. The end of the Nine of Swords. Basically, this is all saying what I just said. The Ace of Wands, you're heading toward a fresh start and new beginning in your life. You're entering a new life cycle here. And it's just blooming. That's exactly where you're going, where that more peaceful, calmer place in your life is beautiful. And it's right next to the Ace of Swords. It's all those swords, it's all that truth, it's all that clarity, and you're taking it with you. That's enabling you to do all this. It's that sword you're holding up. It's that sword of self-protection. And also, this Ace of Swords is right next to the Ten of Swords. This Ten of Swords is the end of the Nine of Swords. The end. See the pictures? Done. Moving on. Moving on. Under the Ace of Wands is the Five of Cups. This is something you've gone deep in about. You've been disappointed over love. Somebody has kicked your cups over, maybe more than once. There's 3 spilled cups, but there's 2 full ones right behind this figure. So instead of being disappointed and discouraged, you're turning around, and you're going to see those 2 full cups because it's under the Ace of Wands, and there's your fresh new start and new beginning. So going deep, you figured out how to do it. You found your strength. You found your power to do that. On the back side of this Five of Cups, next to those 2 full cups, is the Ten of Pentacles. Remember, I had the Ace of Pentacles right here? This is what you need. You need to be grounded. You need to feel secure and stable. Well, this is the 10. You got the Ace and the 10. There is someone coming in for you. You're heading towards a committed relationship. Readings don't usually go out more than 6 months. So someone's going to be coming in. This is about extended family. There's pets, there's a child. This is living under one roof, being very stable and very secure. And that is the truth that's under the Ace of Swords. So, next to the Ten of Pentacles, here's what I was talking about. The strength. You're finding the strength and the courage to do what you have to do to find a better life, to move forward. And it's, all this meditation, all this soul searching about this burden that surrounds this entire reading has really helped you to find that strength and that courage to move forward. The infinity symbol is about knowing and intuition. And while you've been in this, you go into these deep states of thought. You've figured out, you figured out how to find the strength and the courage in order to move forward. This is the card for Leo, by the way, so Leo might be strong in your chart or strong around this reading. I could hang on to it, it'd be nice. So under the Five of Cups is the Tower. Yeah. See, you're blowing up this disappointment. You're blowing up this disappointment that you've been concentrating on in love. It's about love. Hurt feelings, something like that. Discouragement. You're kind of blowing up that idea so that you can move forward. And, dropping that burden was the best thing you could have done. Like I said, it took strength and it took courage and it took a lot of soul searching. But you were able to blow up this burden right here, whatever it was. And you're moving forward from it. You're leaving this old behind, the tower. You're leaving the tower moment behind, and you're moving forward. So this is the death card. This is the card for Scorpio. So Scorpio might be coming in. It's right below the of Pentacles, or they might have Scorpio in their chart somewhere, or you might. But more importantly is the energy of leaving the old tower moment behind and moving forward. Like ringing out the old year and ringing in the new year. Yippee, here we go. Moving forward. And you're moving right towards this Eight of Pentacles, which is under the Strength card. This is about the Pentacles again. So here we go. You're going to concentrate, it looks like, on your security and stability. You're going to put your nose to the grindstone, and you're just going to focus on you and your groundedness here. And this is going to help you to move forward in life. And it took strength to drop this burden, but you did or are. And you are going to focus on building your own future, building your own groundedness and your own security. I'm picking out one more card here on a cut. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. So in dropping this burden, it looks like you had to leave, or someone, either way, someone walked away from a relationship that wasn't serving you anyway. So I think that's what you want deep inside. I think that's what you're moving on from, the Eight of Cups. And you're walking right towards that Ace of Wands, that brand new beginning. You're moving forward from that whole energy of the walking away of the Eight of Cups, the whole tower moment here. And you are moving forward, and you are getting your life together, and you are on guard. And you're very much aware now of what you need and how you're going to get there. So, wow, Aquarius, this is your reading, and thank you for watching Universal Guidance.